Katrina here with Keen Dog, and Amelia we're working with today is now about 5 months old, so we're starting to up the ante really and expect more, and you can see some nice progression in her work. So today we're at a beautiful park in Charlotte. There's some distractions here, different people, we've got ducks, so it's a great way to work on her impulse control and her focus with competing motivators in the environment. So what we're really focusing on today in our session is just progressing on with our heel work. So we're going to start with just some touchpad work, trying to fade our hand help. So you'll see that Amelia struggles quite a bit, and you'll see this with your dog too, as they want to stay focused on that hand because that's what's been their target for the heel position. So when I start to move my hand to the left, she really wants to look at it along with her rear end going behind me. So we're kind of battling two things at the same time here. We are working away from the distractions at this point since she is a little bit struggling with this and our expectations are really low, just a little bit of focus, and we're using that leash too to add slight pressure when she's not looking at us, and then that pressure goes away when she does. And then we're going to work on that moving heel position. It's awesome. We have some people show up behind us. When they come, you'll notice that I put Amelia on my left side, which shows our heel anyways, and the people are on my right. So if your dog is struggling with their excitement or reactivity to other people and dogs, it's important to use your body as a moving wall. So put yourself in between your dog and the other people. You can also work on a switch command, which we'll go over as well, moving your dog to the right side if you can't put your body in between them. We're also going to be working with the other pups today here. It's great to ask a friend to train with each other, so that way you can redo the session over and over again and work on your dog, not just reacting to things. You can ask a friend to join you along for training, so that way you can get the reps in for practice. If you guys have any questions, as always, feel free to comment below, and hope you're enjoying this journey with your dog. And if you are, make sure that you tag us on your social feeds so we can stay tuned with your progress. We absolutely love seeing everybody from all over the world training their dog the Keen Dog way. So with Amelia, what I'm doing is adding a little bit of negative reinforcement to the touchpad, getting her to understand her hind end, and I'm starting to fade the lure help. So I'm reaching my left hand over, marking when she looks at me versus at my hand. We're gonna also pivot on the bowl with my hand beside her. And then that leash pressure goes off when she makes that eye contact. She also has a tendency to swing her rear end behind me, and we want to keep her aligned beside me. So I'm using a little bit of leg pressure on her back right hind end to stop that too much of a curve from happening. So she's a little sideways. I'm going to add a little bit of leash work. Again, she wants to curve in a little bit. Girl, good job. Ah, food everywhere. So ensuring that I'm marking for her looking at me and not at my hand. We're just starting to fade this so you can see she's struggling a little bit. Just wait your dog out and make sure that you're not marking them for looking at the food reward versus your hand. I'm also having a little technical difficulties with my leash, so I want to make sure that I'm shortening it up so that way it's not too long. And I have my clicker in my same hand and then food in my left. You can also work on going straight up with that leash for some focus. everywhere. So you can see when I start moving my hand, how her engagement wants to go to my hand. We're gonna increase our criteria here, because eventually we're gonna wanna be walking with her beside us with that focus still up in that nice heel position. So as soon as she looks at my hand, leash pressure is gonna go straight up. We're kind of combating two things right now with her, is her focus on that hand and then also her butt swinging over too much to the right. You. Good girl. Touch. You. Good girl. All right, we're gonna work on the moving heel now, and we're gonna work on the bridge. So this is gonna help if she wants to go a little crooked. I'm gonna use a little bit of leash work as well to keep her head up. So I'm gonna go tap, 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 tap up with the leash, and I'm gonna also be rewarding with my left hand. So combining some rear end awareness on the touchpad along with separating working on the heel on its own is gonna come together and really marry your dog's nice heel work. Yeah, good girl. Yes, good girl. Nice, good girl. Good job. All right guys, so between 4 and 6 months of age, you really want to take a break from playing tug with your puppy. They're going through losing their teeth, and we don't want them to have a bad reaction to tugging on something and then a tooth coming out, and that's going to provide conflict long term for them associating that with tug. You can still retrieve with your dog, just with, you know, we like to chuck it balls. And with Yoshi, since he doesn't have too high of drive, I'm rewarding him by just tossing out the other one as soon as he comes back to me.
Hey guys, Phil here with Keen Dog Training, and in this video, a couple different things we worked on. One, I worked on switching with Bud, so you'll see me walk past another dog, and then I switched him to the right side, just working on keeping my body in between from that distraction. The other thing we worked on was some recalls. So you'll see me let him go a little bit. I started with a walk and kind of a let's go free walk. So he's kind of free to go a little bit above, as long as he doesn't pull on the long line. Gives him a little bit of freedom. And then I worked on doing a recall, calling him back to me and marking that with the double click, the clicker. And then I also tossed some food out, and this got him away from me a little bit more. It also got his nose to the ground and kind of using that food as a competing motivator there. So his nose is kind of down the ground, sniffing a little bit. And then once he loses interest, I saw that he was kind of going that direction. I worked on calling him back. Now, because I did that, I also incorporated a jackpot. So with that jackpot, it's not just 1 or 2 pieces of food. It's kind of like a whole bunch of food. Think of like a lottery. So he won the lottery there, and I let him kind of push in to get that food a little bit more and gave him more. of that reward. So check it out.
Good job, Yosh. There you go.
You didn't jackpot, sorry. Bud, here. Bud, here. Woo. Hey, what's up? Bud, here.
So yeah, that's it with the puppies right now. Stay tuned, guys, for some more progress.